the latest breakthroughs. Turns out one of the biggest discoveries is actually this tiny. See how small that is? This little chip may be the next big thing, and it sounds like it's right from a sci-fi movie, but people all over the world are implanting these into their wrists. So I asked my producer, Dean, to find out more about this cutting-edge technology and what it could mean for your health.
Whether it's our smartphones, our watches, our fitness trackers, or our Bluetooth headphones, it's clear that technology is not just part of our lives, it's running them. It's how we buy things, watch things, how we date, stay safe, even how we travel. Paul? Cool. We're so attracted to our devices that they're basically becoming a part of our bodies. But what if they really could become a part of our bodies? Well, guess what? They can. Meet the RFID microchip. This tiny chip, which can be implanted into your wrist, yes, I did say wrist, uses short-range radio frequency identification, similar to the tech used to track your pets or your phone. Once implanted in your body, it could identify you as you pass through the airport, open the door to your home. It could even be used to buy groceries at the supermarket. Now, your driver's license, passport, keys, and wallet are all inside your body, contained in something the size of a grain of rice. I know it might sound like sci-fi, but it's not. 10,000 people have already been chipped, and the number is growing. The possibilities are limitless, especially when it comes to your health. Imagine you're rushed to the hospital without any identification. But with just one scan of your chip, doctors know your name, date of birth, medical history, insurance, blood type, allergies, even the medication you're taking. This chip in your wrist won't just change your life, one day it might just save it. And that's why this little RFID microchip is the next big thing.
Shalom. First of all, I give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers out there spreading the word and truth and sincerity, and also all the brothers out there waking up to this truth. Brother Ramont from the Miami camp. Noble, I want to jump into one of the main prophecies that we're supposed to be teaching to get the blood off our hands, which is talking about this RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, man.
I'm scared
this is what we got to be pushing. Even though it may be redundant, this is deadly serious, man. This chip.
So pain management.
Video.
Now this has got isopropyl alcohol, so that's going to be quite
Dr.
key.
Oz. He was a popular, a famous figure here in America. He's been on numerous shows, and he has his own show on a popular network. And on this particular episode, he's promoting the chip, making it sound good. And the crowd all into it. And I'm pretty sure the viewers were all into it. And that's what's cool, man. This chip is coming. That RFID chip, that's the mark of the beast. If a nigga can't get that nigga is doomed. If a motherfucker can't understand that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, that motherfucker's gonna die. Unless he wake up to that shit. Now's the time to do it for the family of the word.
So,
out there on the streets.
stick the band-aid
Prophesying, teaching, got signs, explaining that RFID chip is coming.
Okay. So
That was pretty exciting.
a little bit of
And,
go ahead and just keep pressure there. Alright.
And the world is going to overtake the world, and the world is already shifting to it. And without further ado, I'm going to go into this article. It's from this website called zerohedge.com, and I'm not so familiar with this website, but it's telling the truth. The world is going to a cashless society. The title says the shift to a cashless society is snowballing. Snowballing meaning that it's increasing rapidly, like a snowball going down a mountain. It's picking up mass as it goes down. Love it or hate it, cash is playing an increasingly less important role in society. In some ways, this is great for consumers. The rise of mobile electronic payments means faster, convenient, and more efficient purchases in most instances. So the article starts off saying that it's more convenient for people to get away from this cash. And that's already what's going on. And I'm just going to skip down to this visual that it has, this chart, where it's saying that the world is going cashless. It's saying global payments, proportion of cash and non-cash payments. Now right here, if you can see my mouse, I got on North America, where 52% of purchases are non-cash and 48% of purchases are cash. Go over here to Western Europe, 34% of purchases are non-cash and 66% of purchases are cash. With that, that orange, which represents the non-cash, that number is increasingly rapidly growing. And I'm gonna skip down just to this little part right here. On the path to a cashless society, the Federal Reserve estimates that there will be 616.9 billion in cashless transactions in 2016. That's up from around 60 billion in 2010. So that's over 516 billion in transactions, $516 billion in transactions from 6-7 years ago. Sweden is a part of that beast, which is this new Roman Empire, the EU, NATO. In Sweden, about 59% of all consumer transactions are cashless. And hard currency makes up just 2% of the economy. So that's what's going on, man. The world is going cashless, and what's really finna go on, this World War III is about to pop off, and these economies are going to drop. Well, I'm going to go into the scriptures. This is Revelations chapter 13, verse 16. And when the economies drop, you're going to go away from cash. They're going to go away from it. That's why they're coming up with this chip. If a nigga can't get that, doomed. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls it all, both, and who is that he? That beast. And EU, NATO, this new Roman Empire today. That is the he, that beast. America, the EU, NATO, all them countries. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And we go down, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. What do we buy and sell with now? Money. What are they going to tell people to buy and sell with in them days? A different type of currency. Not a religion, not an embargo, which some people have falsely proclaimed, but it's a new currency, and that new currency is going to be the chip, a mark. And this has been broken down several times, but we gonna keep on going through it. So the Lord gonna be blameless. The Lord's put the Spirit on the apostles, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Ariana, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Carr, to the elders, on down to the brothers in Great Millstone to break this down. A mark. What does it mean in the Greek? What is the Greek word? Let me go to it.
That was pretty exciting.
A little bit of bloodness. Go ahead and just keep pressure there.
The Greek word is charagma. What does charagma mean? A stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand. That's the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, thing carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. But the charagma means something imprinted in you, something stuck in you. Let's go to the root of the word charagma to get the even deeper meaning. Give it a second.
Strong's G 5482. Charax.
Charax. What does it mean? A pale or stake, What is a pail of steak? Something you dig into. You dig into the ground. You dig into something. And that's what they're going to do with this RFID chip. It goes inside your hand. That's what it means. And they have it. They have it ready, and they got it ready to push out on these people. And niggas gonna line up and take it, because you got even niggas who call themselves waking up to being Israelites. They going against the fact that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. But it's gonna happen, and the Lord is gonna force. The Lord is finna bring down this society, and then what niggas gonna do then? Because it's about to happen. So are niggas gonna really take this chip? Let me go to this next article. Not gonna read it all, but here it is. This is from earlier this year. George Soros is preparing for economic collapse. Does he know something that you don't? Yeah, George Soros, come on now. He knows what's going on more than what these six-pack Joes know what's going on, or these regular ass niggas know what's going on. George Soros is a top banker. He's up there. He's gonna be with the elites when they go into slavery down there. He knows what the hell is going on. Here's the first passage of the article. Why is George Soros selling stocks, buying gold, and making a series of big bearish investments? Why? It's because he know that this shit about to fucking fall. And it's a part of their New World Order plan, but ultimately it's a part of Yahweh Basham Shah plan. If things stay relatively stable like they are right now, these moves will likely cost George Soros a tremendous amount of money. But if a major financial crisis is imminent, he stands to make obscene returns. And that's why he's doing it, because he's not gambling. He know what the fuck is going on. It's not a gamble. It's a smart move. Even though at the end of the day, Yahweh Shah is coming, and these Edomites going into slavery anyways. But he knows that this economy is going to crash. So what's going to happen when it crash? They're going to go to this damn chip. You got different wars like World War II, World War One, where when the essential products got scarce, they rationed them out. And in those days, they used paper for a ration. You have like a certificate or something in which they would give to the citizens in order to get essential products that was essential. They rationed them out. It was something that you needed. If you needed to get sugar, for instance, in World War II, in order for you to get sugar, you had to have a certificate in order to receive that sugar. But now in these days, it's going to be that chip. That chip ain't going to make you rich. That chip is going to be for them to organize and know everything that you're buying and so forth, and a whole lot of other things, a lot of features that's going to come with it too, your medical history and all that type of shit. But it's going to be used to ration out the fucking food, because it's going to be a famine. So motherfuckers who take that chip only going to get probably only going to get a fucking bowl of slop a day out of that bitch. Anyways. And like the video, he had Dr. Oz in front of the crowd, and they saying ooh ah to the damn chip. And niggas gonna take that chip, man. Niggas gonna take that chip. But I'm gonna go to this scripture. This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. So in these last days, when they actually bring out this chip, you're gonna see niggas line up for that shit. Niggas gonna line up for that shit. Niggas, Edomites, they all gonna line up for that shit. And that going that way, wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leads to destruction. So if you go with them niggas to go get that chip, you gonna fucking die and burn in the flames of fire that's coming. As it says in Revelation chapter 14. You get that chip, you gonna burn in them nukes that's coming. Verse 14, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Yeah, man. You can't take that chip. You gotta pray to the Most High that He keep us in His truth, that He keep us from the hour of temptation, Cause it's up to the Most High, really, bottom line, whether we take the chip, but we gotta pray that we stay in His truth and endure to the end. And Yahweh shall say, if you endure to the end, you shall be saved. So pray that you endure to the end. And the Most High gonna keep you from that day. He gonna keep you from the temptation of getting that chip. But you have to understand that that shit is the fucking chip. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. And in these times is coming Jacob's trouble. His money about to fall. It's going to be the worst times of all. Wisdom and knowledge is what's going to get you through. Wisdom and knowledge is what we obtaining now. And one of the main things is that main prophecy that that RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Can't take that shit. And if a nigga can't understand that shit,